welcome to this explainer. Okay, so today we're diving straight into a situation that, let's be honest, strikes pure fear into the heart of any vehicle owner. But I promise you, it's actually super manageable if you know the exact steps. We're talking about how to replace a lost car title in the state of Texas. Maybe you lost it in a move, accidentally threw it away, or, I don't know, your dog literally ate it. Whatever happened, we're going to get your paperwork totally sorted out.
It's incredibly easy to empathize with that immediate panic, right? Your heart just drops, you tear apart your filing cabinet, you check the glove box like 3 different times. And hey, there's a good reason for that panic. In Texas, a vehicle title isn't just a receipt. It is a sovereign legal instrument. It is the absolute, ultimate proof of ownership. Without it, your vehicle is essentially frozen in this weird legal limbo. So let's just address the elephant in the room right off the bat. We live in a digital age, right? Everyone's first instinct, and probably exactly what you searched for before finding this explainer, is the desire to just replace it online. You want to click a button on a government portal, pay a quick fee, and have a new title emailed or downloaded instantly. We all want that ultimate digital convenience.
Well, reality check time. Let's firmly burst that bubble. Texas strictly forbids the fully online issuance of a replacement vehicle title. You just can't click a button and be done with it. But hey, don't worry. The reason they're so strict is actually to protect your assets. And more importantly, this explainer is going to give you a clear, highly actionable, step-by-step roadmap to navigate this whole system without pulling your hair out. We're going to prep online, and then I'll show you exactly how to finish the job.
Here's our roadmap for today. We're going to cover 1. The missing title problem. 2. The Texas digital divide. 3. Gathering required documents. 4. Mail versus in-person submissions. And 5. The bonded title option.
All right, Section 1, the missing title problem.
Moving into Section 2, the Texas digital divide.
Now, the state's logic for forcing you offline makes perfect sense when you look at the risk profiles. Think about it. Your annual registration renewal, you can do that fully online via the TXT app because it's a low-risk transaction. A windshield sticker just says your car is safe and registered. It doesn't mean you own it. But a duplicate title, that conveys absolute high-risk ownership. Restricting direct online duplication is literally a structural defense. It stops bad actors from liquidating your vehicle or taking out some sketchy title loan in your name.
Okay, Section 3, gathering required documents.
So while you can't submit the final application online, you absolutely should use the TXDMV online portal to prepare. The main document you need is Form VTR-34, the application for a certified copy of title. Go to the portal, grab this as an interactive PDF, and fill it out. You'll need your vehicle identification number, the VIN, along with the model year, make, body style, and obviously the exact legal name of the recorded owner.
Now let's talk IDs. Under the Texas Administrative Code, everyone signing that Form VTR-34 must provide government-issued photo ID, and the spelling has to match the DMV database exactly. But here's a surprisingly helpful little quirk. Texas actually allows you to use an ID that's been expired for up to 12 months. Pretty generous, right? They also accept out-of-state driver licenses, U.S. or foreign passports, a Texas handgun license, and U.S. military IDs.
Okay, stop right here. Do you have a lien on record? If the state records show a lien on your vehicle, listen closely. Even if you paid that auto loan off 10 years ago, if the lender never officially filed a release with the state, that lien is still active. You absolutely must secure an original ink-signed release of lien letter on the lender's official letterhead. Do not bring a scan. Do not bring a photocopy. They will instantly reject it.
Section 4, mail versus in-person.
Before you choose how to submit, just make sure you've got these 4 steps totally locked down. 1. Your Form VTR-34 is filled out. 2. You have that original ink-signed lien release if you need one. 3. You've got a copy of your valid or recently expired photo ID. And 4. You're ready to pay the fee.
Let's compare your 2 legal pathways. If you aren't in a rush, the mail-in route is incredibly cheap. It's just a $2 processing fee. You pay by check or money order, never cash, and mail the whole shebang to their centralized office in Wichita Falls. But brace yourself, it takes 10 to 15 business days, maybe longer. Conversely, the in-person pathway costs $5.45. You can pay with cash, check, or a card. The massive benefit? Assuming your paperwork is flawless, you walk out of there with your title in your hand the exact same day.
Now, if you do choose that same-day in-person route, let me emphasize an absolutely crucial geographic detail. You cannot just waltz into your local county tax office for a duplicate title. They don't do this. You have to physically visit an official TXDMV regional service center. They have locations in hubs like Houston, Dallas, Austin, San Antonio, and Lubbock. And pro tip, jump back online and make an appointment before you go.
They do take walk-ins, but appointments always get priority.
Section 5. The bonded title option. So what happens if your name isn't actually on the DMV record at all? Like maybe you bought a used car off Craigslist, but the seller never actually gave you the title. Enter the bonded title. This is basically a mandatory safety net for buyers stranded without proper paperwork. It lets you legally register and insure the car. To kick this off, you submit a statement of fact form to a regional service center along with any evidence of purchase and a $15 administrative fee. If they approve it, you then have to go purchase a surety bond.
Here's the catch. The state requires that bond to be equal to 1.5 times the vehicle's value. I know, that number sounds absolutely terrifying, but don't panic. You don't pay that full amount out of pocket. You just pay a small premium to a third-party surety company. For vehicles valued under $4,500, that premium is usually just a flat rate starting around $100. Honestly, it's a very manageable cost to finally get your vehicle fully legalized.
Just a quick, brief pause here for a disclaimer. This explainer is meant to give you a highly structured overview based on Texas regulations. But, bureaucratic stuff can get super complex, especially if we're talking about trusts, business-owned vehicles, or contested estates. Always verify your specific situation with official TX DMV sources, or consult a legal pro if you hit a serious roadblock.
And that brings us to the end of our roadmap. So, what's stopping you from securing your automotive assets today? Look, I'd highly suggest bookmarking or saving this explainer so you can reference it while you get your paperwork together. Yes, Texas bureaucracy is strict by design to protect you from fraud, but the process really isn't a mystery anymore. You've got the exact blueprint. Gather your forms, check your ID, secure those lien releases, and go reclaim absolute legal ownership of your vehicle. Thanks for hanging out with me for this explainer, and happy driving.